M&J Video Games and Collectibles. Sport and non-sport cards, wrestling items, autographed items. We buy, sell, and trade. M&J Video Games and Collectibles, located at 1049 Queen Street, Southington, Connecticut. Call us at 1-860-479-9223 or 860-93-GAMES. M&J Video Games and Collectibles.
Everyone bonded at the bar, so to speak. And
our biggest break was out of partying, and pretty much party with Wahoo McDaniels and Ray Stevens.
Wahoo could tear it. Well, yeah. You bring up two interesting names, Pat.
They were our heroes, man.
Yeah. Well. For many reasons, those two names are very interesting. The Nasty Boys, who were just in earlier, and who were very kind to you guys.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Mentioned that they were fired in the AWA by those two very guys. Last time I checked, weren't choir boys in church, you know?
No. How you get fired by them, I have no clue. You know, I mean...
Yeah, you must have to be pretty nasty to do that.
And they were that for sure.
Yeah, but Pat got to see these guys in their heyday, in their infamy, and be a part of it, you know?
And you were a young kid growing up, and that's what you see, man. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to follow them.
Yeah.
You know, like, Paul watched pro wrestling when he was... Me, it was a whole different world. We weren't allowed to watch it.
Isn't that interesting?
You know, my dad kept us away.
You never went down to the Armory or anywhere
he took us like a couple times, and I saw Jack and Jerry wrestle, I can't remember who they were wrestling, but man, I mean, they had me going, you know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, I thought it was work. My dad would never tell us it's a work.
Yeah,
You know, he would kayfabe all the way. I mean, I told him, I came home from school one day and I said, Dad, is that stuff fake like that? I've never been hit so hard in my life.
I bet. Oh, Pat.
Yeah, and that's the last time I ever asked, you know. And I saw my gym school teacher ask my old man and called my old man, hey, you do that fake stuff still like that? And my old man chopped him.
Wow.
Knocked him on his ass.
Wow.
And, yeah, we lost a lot of money on that one. But I mean, it was crazy growing up like that, you know. So I was lost because, you know, between knowing it's a work, because I was an amateur wrestler.
Oh yeah.
And I was really lost because I didn't know what to do. You know, I didn't know, can I say it to work, you know, to my friends or.
Yeah.
You know,
you're walking on eggshells.
And my old man
would
say, "I'd kill you if you did."
Yeah.
You know, and
he didn't want you to see him suffering in the ring, thinking this is really happening to him. So.
And I was a kid, you know. I mean, it was different.
Sure,
very
damaging too.
Yeah. I mean, I could remember just crazy stuff happening back then, you know.
And your style's evolved over the years, and of course. You know, being a tag team, I think that gives you just a better structure or ability to practice double teaming moves, high flying, and that sort of thing. You guys are both very athletic in the ring. Paul had a very athletic look to you, and still you guys are still keeping above board here and staying in shape. And Pat, the bumps you took are... Again,
Legend.
Pat's sitting on a couch, mind you, today, and he's, if you don't mind me saying, has a little bit of a headache from the day's activities, and I have to wonder how much of that isn't just residual from those spinning clotheslines or those backdrops where you do, you know. I want to ask what possesses you to go that extra distance to, and
I mean, you made your opponents look amazing.
You absolutely making your opponents look amazing. Now. What would your dad have thought of that? The style of that style? Do you think that was impressed with that?
Well, to tell you the truth, you know, it wasn't because I was trying to go that extra mile. It was because I knew. I mean, if you look at me, you look at Paul, right? I had no body. I didn't have the looks Paul had. He was ripped to shreds. You know, I'm a little doughboy walking around, you know, and I knew what I had to do. I knew what my job was.
And it was unbelievable. I mean, to this day, I think that work stands, which is really saying something.
I've never seen anyone take a faster bump than.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if you think about it, I mean, Paul looked great, ripped to shreds, good-looking
Absolutely.
guy. Here I am. I'm trying to think. What can I do? What do I bring to this team?
Yeah.
And so I had to work it hard to where. Man, I said, I'm going to make this guy look like God out there, And when we worked with the Doom, everybody thought, you're just going to be job boy for him. Well, hell, I'm going to make sure I'm going to be the best job boy I've ever been in my life,
And I'm sure that I would assume that they would be appreciative in response
They were.
to the
And
efforts.
we enjoyed it immensely, man. It was great.